This should work now. Amazing. So, hello and welcome to my first development stream. Today we are going to implement a small feature. A lot of people ask me, hey, how can I set up my LibrePhotos instance? And the problem is that the navigation currently is kind of tricky. And I thought, okay, if a user doesn't have any photos and is an admin user, then we just add a button for an empty instance where you can quickly set up your scan path and scan the first images. So currently it looks like this. So if we pull this up, we only get like a no images found. And if we navigate to settings and then go down here and click on scan photos, it says scan photos started. And then after a while it will show up as, or it should show up as that it's finished, but it actually has failed. But I guess somebody was in this account and already set up the data path. So currently it's just scanning like normal. And the idea is that we just have it here on the start page with a short text. So first I have to open up Visual Studio Code, obviously. And yeah, okay, stream is working. It has been a while since I streamed something, and I haven't set everything up probably yet. So, oh come on YouTube, I really don't need this. Okay, that's the chat. I'm going to put it like here. Okay. No, please stop. And then we put the rest here. Okay, so I already have everything set up here, so we just have to open up a new terminal and start it. I guess I have like a couple other terminals open here, I don't need them. So we first navigate to the Docker project. Yeah, I said Docker. And then I'm going to open up Fish so I get some auto completion, and that's what we want. I will input my password, and it says that Docker isn't started, so we're going to start Docker. Alright. Yay, it started. Okay. So we're going to start up now our container in development mode. And as you can hear, my computer's working hard now. So we close all of these things. We have to work in photo list view. And here we have a this.props .t, and then it's called no images found or something like that. I always forget how I named my keys. It was easier when we didn't have like multi-language support. I just found everything in an instance. No, it's going. Wait, where is it? Oh, did I handle that in a different component? Default header, yeah, there it is. Alright, yeah, so we now only get back like two possible things, and it's loading or no images, and yeah. But we obviously now have something different we want to display. So I'm going to open up the issue. add a quick setup. So if no scan directory is found and we're an admin and no images are found for a given user, then we should render some text like, looks like you have still to set up your scan directory and to scan some images. So we're just going to implement it pretty in a pretty simple way. I think we probably should check for this separately, because this is like a custom thing that only happens sometimes. So we are connected to nothing, so that's fun. So we got just going to write some pseudocode for now. If user is an admin and has no images and has no set up path, then display text. So GitHub, I have GitHub Copilot activated, so theoretically it should like recommend something, but it doesn't work sometimes. and I don't think that it knows what I want from him. So we're going to render some text first. I guess we don't even have to like display it in a special way, but I guess we can just put it in the tag for now. And then we're going to add a button, but we're using semantic UI. So we have to add it here. Come on. Alright. And he's probably complaining because he needs a parent element. So let's put it in a div. Alright. And I did not want to do that. Why are comments not working? That's weird. I think it's I hope it's only like a display thing, but not sure. So we're going to open up localhost. Okay, yeah, well. So it's also rendering the comment, which isn't great. We're going to add first like the getting started button. And then I think we have like a color thing here, and we're just going to call it green, because that will look nice. Refresh. Getting started, hey! But it doesn't do anything yet. Alright, so now we just have to check for the user. To do that, we have to hook up default header to our Redux store. We have that basically everywhere, so it's not that hard to add. We have then here to use combine. Alright, that should work. And now he's complaining that he doesn't know what combine and connect is. So we have to get the imports of that. I know that it's possible to just add it to get like some auto import, but it's somehow never working for me. Connect and combine. Alright. And now he's complaining about combine. I thought it was combine. Where have I used that? Custom search? Probably custom search. It's compose, obviously. Right. It's also fun that like in JavaScript you don't get like something that tells you, hey, we don't have that. That would be great. I guess we don't need that. Now we have to... Oh, I already added compose. Okay, talking and programming is harder than I thought. Alright, now we have like a couple of props, but we only need the user self details, I think. Yeah, so can remove these ones. We're going to call this just user, and then we can add our thing. So this dot props dot user, and then is admin, I guess. Not sure about that. Have to check that. Is admin and dot scan directory, and okay, we also have to get somehow the number of the images, but we already have this as a prop, so we can just do this dot props dot num photo set items smaller than 1. Alright, and then we have to put this 2 brackets, I think. Do something like this. I always forget how they want me to. Okay, it's like that. So I have to do this and I have to do that. Now. And then okay, I also have to do an else path. Seems ugly, but okay. I guess we can just use the other thing here as an else path. So we do it like this. And it somehow also doesn't like format my things. I guess I haven't set that up. Document. Document. Right, I have to configure it. Yeah, prettier. Ta-da! Okay, now it looks nice. Guess we don't have to do this anymore. And now it will probably complain because something does not work. Okay. F5. So I have to open up the console. That looks like too many errors. Alright. Okay, we're logged into as a second user, so we probably wouldn't even get anything here. Oh. But I think I have already imported here some images. Yeah. So that does not work. Alright. So I guess we're going to stop the container for now and just change the database path to start fresh. Here .env. Please stop these. Data 2. That sounds like an awesome name. Now we just have to wait, but we still can look up a couple of things like this should definitely work because we're already using it, but scan directory and is admin is like I don't know. I don't think that I really have worked on that part. We have to go into admin probably. That's in settings and then admin page. And admin. So it just has a lot of admin areas. Okay, scan directory is correct. So it's just user.scan directory. So I got that one right. But we also have to look up now if the admin area is correct. And we have implemented that here, I think. Admin. Okay, it's an auth.access. It's completely different, obviously. Alright, so we still have to add auth to the user store. Store.auth. I don't know. Is it just like that? Do I have to do something else? Like auto-completion would be so nice, but it isn't here. Okay, so it's just store.auth. Got that one right. So this should now work. So it should only show up when we don't have any images. Okay, could you please just... This is like an error with my console. It just likes to crash, I don't know why. So I just have to open up a new console every time I kill it. Which I should probably look into, but not now. We have a task at hand. So we can just close it. So it should now create a new database. Yeah. So we can see here like the migration tasks. That way we know, okay, it's really like something new. And applying goes well. Waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting. So this is also a bug, that when you close down your instance and you're still logged in, you get this view where you somehow have the login view, but also like the sidebar and the top bar. I don't know how this happened. It wasn't there a couple of releases back, but I guess it's just now a feature. Yeah. I haven't published a link yet to this live stream, so it's just me talking to myself for now, because I have to do some quality assurance first, because I don't have like a mic and like the camera is not that great and I don't know how stable the connection is, so I will probably just look at it again and then see if it works or not. Okay, looks like you haven't set up a scan directory. And to scan some images. That doesn't sound like a real sentence, but it works. That's good. So, and haven't scanned some images. Looks like it. We'll just, looks like you still have to set up Vivo photos, is I think a good statement. That should work, I guess. So if we go here, that looks nice. So we now want to click on getting started, and then we want to have like a scan modal thing. But the special ability is that it starts actually a scan. So we already have like implemented a scan directory editor, so we will reuse this one, It's called modal scan directory edit. The thing is that it's all in this large class for admin page, and I never refactored it. So I think we're going to do that first. We're going to create a new folder. We're going to call this modals. That sounds about right. We're going to add a new file, and we will call that modal scan directory edit.js. So we actually like currently refactoring to TypeScript, but if I want to implement something, I only want to work at one thing at a time, because if I work on multiple things at once, I usually do mistakes. So, and that isn't something I want. So we don't save, otherwise it will crash. We need this. Render. I can, no. Way too high. I'm really not good at navigating with just a touchpad. Probably should do something about that and just use a normal mouse. Okay, so we have now this, and then we need the modal styles. I think this is also like similar for all of them, and will probably be refactored to like its own class, like UI constants or something like that. But again, one thing at a time. So we already have here our modal scan directory edit, and I think we will just add another prop for start scan immediately or something like that, and so that we can use both of them. But now we have to just import all this stuff, and then we have to remove a lot of it. Okay. Don't need moment, we don't need this, and we don't need that. And we can also delete this one. Alright. And now we just have to do that here. Okay, I don't know why that was in here, but alright. So we have to import then the nice brackets, and then modal scan directory edit from and then components, and then modals, and then modal scan directory. So I'm going to save this one, going to save that one, and now it should work. Okay, it doesn't work. It's not exported from. Okay, so we just have to add an export, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Just like I thought. Okay. Come on. And ta-da! It works. Amazing. So we should probably check first now if it actually worked. So it's also funny that sometimes if I do an error, it refreshes, but if I just do like a normal edit, it just does nothing. That's like, why? Admin area. So it didn't crash, that's good. That also didn't crash, that's also good. So what we want to do now is to add this scan directory field and add this modal to the getting starting thing, and instead of update it will be named scan. So we just choose a directory and directly scan, and that should make like the whole getting starting process very easy. And that's what we're going to do now. So we're just going to grab this one and add it to the header. Alright. I don't think that that's correct, because like we're already in components, so we only have to do this. And then we have to add, I think, like a state. Add a page. Yeah, modal open. And user to edit. So we're just going to grab that. There's probably like a cleaner way to do it, but that's the way we're doing it now. And we're just going to grab this one and yank it into here. We always can have it like that because it doesn't open usually. Alright. Yeah, and we only have it like, obviously, if you have less than one image. Alright, so just had to double check that. Have to restart. And I think if we click now, nothing happens, because we still have to set up the button that it actually does something. It's probably like on request open. No. Modal open. Okay. So we just have to steal this thing and add it here. Again, this is probably could all probably be done way nicer. User is not defined, so alright. We probably have to do this.props.user, this.props.user. Okay, now it works, but I still want to look like at. Okay, wait, we're editing here like multiple users, not just one user like we're doing here. So we don't need this state thing, because again we're only doing it for ourselves in this dialog. So that should work. Getting started, ta-da, amazing. So now we just have to add a new prop, model scan directory edit, and we going to I don't know how to call it, to be honest. Super.props, node click import ref. Yeah, we're just going to call it this.updating. Update and scan. And that's false usually. But if we have like a props with update and scan, then we will set it. And we're going to do that on component, not update, instantiated. Like I always forget what the API is called. I usually program with Java, and we have like really good auto completion, so I don't have to like remember everything. But here it's like very component did mount, that's how it's called. Alright. On component did mount, and then we going to do this.set state. But we're only going to do this if we actually have it. No. Okay, somehow did a screenshot. If this.props update and scan, scan. Then we're going to set it, because values could also be like undefined, so we have to handle that. We can't. If we just set undefined, it's going to add badly. So we're going to update and scan. Oh, come on. What did I do now? And scan. And now I probably have to do like a JSON thingy. Like that. Alright. Do you complain? No, he does not. So now we just have to change out the button. So we're going to this dot state update and scan. Then we're going to do this. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. And then we're going to do this. Hey, okay. So we're still going to close it, but we will also dispatch scanning. And now we know. Now we need to know how it's called. We implemented that in settings, so we're just going to move here and then update avatar. No, I'm looking for scan. Scan photos. Alright. We can just do scan photos thing. The other ones are not relevant, I think. Scan photos. Scan photos. I don't think we have any input value for that. And we probably have to... No, it looks right. I just thought for a second that it maybe it doesn't work. And then we have to actually add the prop. Update and scan. Or can I just do true? No. True? Yeah. Alright. That's the way it's done. Okay, so we're clicking now on here. Then we have this thing, and we still don't know. Okay, we have a couple of problems. The first problem is like we don't have like a directory tree, so that's not good. If we go to admin area, then we probably have one. So something isn't loading. That's not good. So that's what we have to do. And the second one is like, okay, here has to be like a different text. So we're going to do that. So I can differentiate if it actually worked or not. And again, not with a tag because I'm lazy for now. And you just need results, man. Scan. Okay, scan is not defined. Yeah, okay, I guess you're right. So that's what we're going to want to do, and it works. Amazing. So we just have to figure out why the directory isn't showing. And we can look back here. And I think it's something that... No. I can really tell why it isn't working. Do we get an error or something? No. Why? And also all these error messages are not a good thing. But that's something for future me. Component did mount. I don't know. Node click new scan directory. I have to look up if we do anything here. Model scan directory. So we have it 3 times. Okay, that's fine. Fetch directory tree. Of course, it's like somewhere completely different, which is stupid. Why? So we have to move this into the actual model. Like, that doesn't make any sense, man. Like, seriously. So we check if it's this, and we have to do that. And now it's complaining because it doesn't know fetch directory. Please just auto import, man. God damn it. Yeah. Here we go. Control Z, Control V. Remove the dead imports. Also, please. No, I just want to form a document. Thanks. Okay. Do we have it on auth? Yeah, we even have like auth set here. So it just looks into the Redux store where the directory tree is defined. I don't know why it's saved there, but yeah. Okay, getting started. Alright, so that works. So now we just have to check if it actually starts a scan, because we are obviously doing like 2 things after another, and that could cause like that the scan job starts before actually setting the directory. But maybe it works. Scan. And it did not work. Amazing. So if we refresh now, it probably just shows no images. Yeah, because again, it actually has now a scan directory, but the job was too fast. So if we go to admin area, it just shows 0 items processed. So what we can do, which is probably even a good idea, we can propagate them after another. So, and I think we can also like remove this from here. It isn't needed. I don't know. It's always funny because like I didn't implement like the base thing of that, and I still have like a lot of things that I'm always like a bit I'm just a bit confused by it, that some things are there and some things are here. So we have to unset the directory. Is that possible? If I just do update now. It obviously doesn't work. No, okay, so we have to set up a new database. I probably should implement some testing functionality. But again, one thing after another. Okay, so we have manage update user and we have scan photos. And thing we want to do now is wait till one actually has finished. But I don't think we get any callback event. It just dispatches and then it's done. Which isn't great, but I think we're going to just hack it. A lot of people won't be happy about that, but I gotta do like Gotta show some results, man. And again, it's not helping if you do like everything clean if nobody actually uses any functionality. And scan. So I'm going to do this and then and scan. And we don't need that. Going to take this one and put it here, and we obviously only need it like that. Oh, okay. I have to check again. Okay. Update and scan. And scan. Scan. Okay. So, if it is fulfilled, then we dispatch all these things. Then we're also going to how's the call? I always forget how we actually do that. We have to dispatch something, right? This dot props dot dispatch. I don't even know if that works, man. So that's not good. Because I don't know if we probably don't have any props. Oh, but we still have dispatch, so that's good. So we can still do that, and that's obviously just scan photos, and we don't need that. So we wait until we actually updated it. Manage update and user is not user and scan is not defined. So I'm going to rename it because that's nicer. I'm going to rename it to this, and then manage update user and scan. So manage update user. Oh, okay. Of course, we still need that. Cannot resolve photo actions. Okay, so I still have imported it wrong here. So we're just going to do it like this. Again, would be really cool if we would have, if the auto import just works, but I guess not. So we're going to go back, and obviously we still have like no images found. Maybe we don't need to actually check. Well, but if you only check like if the user has photos or not, then it will probably also show up if it just hasn't, like for example, a favorite photo or something. Yeah. This will probably be improved, this whole dialog, but for now I think it covers like 90% of the use case, and the other percent is not needed for now. Okay, so date 3, save, stop these ones, stop faster. Okay, so cd libre photos docker, yes, and then fish. I don't know why not every console has like auto completion like that. It's annoying. It's such an obvious thing that you should have in your console. But like all the old school consoles just doesn't import them. Alright, so after that we have to add obviously the multi-language keys, so I don't forget that. But after that I think we're done. And it didn't even take that long to implement. So, starting up again. All right, that did work. Also, like automated testing would be nice, but that would also include like an easy way to reset the database. Yeah, and that's all the nice things that we don't have yet. I think they are pretty easy to implement, but like somebody has to actually implement it, and I am pretty focused on features right now. Because I find it just important that a project keeps moving, and if you only do like refactoring work, it gets really demotivating for outside people, because they don't know if actually anything happens. So let's click on getting started. Alright, and then we click on scan, and then the scan started. Now the scan is working. Amazing. And it's still showing that, but I don't know why. That's not good. Probably because some Redux store isn't set yet, or we didn't update the user. Probably that. So we have to new user data. It's even logged. So I guess I'm going to do the easy thing first. And do the localization stuff. Where are you? There. English translation. So we probably have already a scan thing, right? Scan directory. Scan, 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 scan. No, we only have like a long scan thing. Alright, so I guess I'm just going to edit. Scan. Scan. Alright, so we have that. And we're going to edit here. This dot props dot t scan. We also have to like consolidate all this the translations, because we have like a lot of duplication, and I don't think that that's the best way to do it. Alright, here we have two other strings. This dot props dot t, we'll be calling that default header dot setup, obviously. And we are going to translation.json. And we're going to call this, we already have default header somewhere here. Default, yes. Awesome, setup. And then we have to add getting started. Yeah, oh, I still need that there. Add this here. Getting started. Alright. So everybody watching this video right now can then just translate this stuff. Format document. Okay, that's working. Okay. Then I have to format this document. Alright, so now we have to update the Redux store. I don't know. I think we probably have done this in settings. User, update user. So here we just call the function update user. I don't know why we use manage update user. I don't know. So what's the difference between those? So update user does all this stuff. Manage update user does what? Also does this. And it theoretically like should then update the Redux store, and the Redux store should propagate. But it somehow doesn't do that, and I don't know why. So we're going to go into the reducer. Where is it? Reducer. Here we go. Yeah. Update user fulfilled. Okay. We don't do a lot here, so we just say, okay, we just take the state, action.payload, yeah. So we don't actually update anything. That's weird. User self details fulfilled. Oh man. Okay, so I have to look up this one now. I always think like, hey, it's going to be easy, but then there's some bug. Ah, okay, we're just going to do here a dispatch fetch user list, and we're probably doing something different when we just update the user on its own. Maybe it's really that easy. Manage update user and scan. Fetch user list. Yeah, that's obviously not useful for us. Okay, fetch user self details, that's what's missing. It's kind of concerning that we do so much stuff, but I guess alright. Okay, I think that should fix this issue. Okay, so now we have a lot of pretty images. It's not reloading. So it's kind of weird that we still see it like when it's loading. So we should do something about that. Default header. So if it's not loading, so that looks nice. Yeah, we're going just to spin that down for now. Do I have drop frames? No, it's still everything is stable and up there. Nice. Stopping. Remove the container, and I closed all the terminals. No. Fish. cd librefoto stocker sudo. Let's go. But oh, we just have to, before I do that, I have to edit the env and another database. Whee! So everybody who tells me like that I'm not testing the startup, obviously wrong, because I use it a lot to test things. But if you have like a custom setup, then it's obviously hard to reproduce it, because if it works, then it works. But if it doesn't, then it has probably something to do with some hardware you're using. For example, like one user had like a 12-year-old CPU, and then certain libraries wouldn't load. Because obviously everybody thinks now, okay, every computer should support this CPU thing now, but some very old CPUs do not. Okay, now we have to wait that the site actually loads. And it still looks broken. Alright, so it loaded. So we're going to admin. We see it looks like you have to set up LibrePhotos. We're clicking on getting started. We're choosing data. We click on scan and it disappears. Amazing, that's how it should be. And now we see here the running scan photos dialog. Amazing. So I think with that we're all done. I'm just going to push it now. Alright, we don't need that. It's not needed for now. New console. And we're going to use LibrePhotos front end. So, do we have to split it up into multiple commits? So we could do the first commit is like admin page and model scan directory. Extract model scan directory. Yep, and then the rest is well, we actually did more than that, but I don't know, we still have it split up somehow so people understand what I did on what step. And the second one is implement 4.7. Yeah, git commit. Implement LibrePhotos 7. Add a quick setup for new users. This can obviously be like improved within general wizard, where you like set up your admin account for the first time, so that we don't need as many fields as we have right now in the env file, because it's like way too much. It's like 100 lines. It should be like 4 or 5 things you have to set and then it runs, but yeah, one step after another. Git push, and probably some translations. Updates were rejected because the remote contains work. Yeah, and git pull. Need to specify how to reconcile. God damn it. You need UI after version branches. I want to git config rebase pull true. Git pull. Hey, it worked. And git push. Alright. Thank you for watching. If you like my work, you can sponsor me on GitHub Sponsors. That's the first link in the description. And see you soon.